Hey guys, what is up? Ray Mage here doing another World of Tanks 360 review. Today guys, we're going to be doing the Centurion I, the Tier 8 British medium tank. This is one of the highlights of the British medium tech tree. This was one of the tanks I was looking forward to way back when the World of Tanks 360 beta was announced. And for those that know a little bit about history, this is probably one of the iconic post-World War II tanks of the post-World War II era. There was a nickname given to the FAL, or the FAL rifle. It was called the right arm of the free world. You could argue the same name could apply to this tank. It was the tank you've seen used all around the world. It was used by many countries. In particular, it probably gained quite a bit of notoriety with the Israelis in many of their conflicts in the Middle East against their Arab neighbors whenever they had to go to war. But let's go ahead and look at the packages on this tank. Stock, you will note that this tank comes with a 600 horsepower engine. It will come with the 77mm gun Mark II that was used on the Comet. You will have 14.29 rounds a minute. It will have 148 pen, 140 damage, 1.89 aim time, 0.34 to 0.43 accuracy, and you will have a set of tracks that will give you 34 traverse speed, and the Centurion Mark I turret will give you 127 millimeters of armor from the front, 76 on the side, and 76 in the rear. Traverse speed is 38 and 380 meters of view range. This package stock, I would have to say I've dealt with worse stock grinds in a tank. This tank could at least get out of its own way. Granted, it was a big, giant paper box that everybody could shoot the living hell out of, and it only could return so much fire. The tank wasn't really quick, to say the least, given its size, and the turret is crap. But here's where you want to go, and I would suggest if you have free XP, don't waste it getting this tank. Waste the free XP on this package, because this is where I started to have fun with this tank. When you first upgrade it, you get the Centurion Mark III package. You will get a new Rolls-Royce Meteor engine, which will give you 650 horsepower. 50 horsepower upgrade, that's not bad. You will now get a 17-pounder gun, 14.29 rounds a minute, 171 pen, that is nice. 150 damage, that's not bad neither. 2.09 aim time, and you will get 0.34 to 0.40 accuracy. This gun is just underestimated, and you can DPM the hell out of most tanks with this thing. I believe it's used on the Churchill 7. This is an incredible gun. You'll get a new set of tracks, which will give you 36 traverse speed, and this is the big thing. You will get the Centurion Mark III turret. This is the iconic turret. This is, when people think of a Centurion tank, this is what they think of, this particular turret. And you will get 165 millimeters of armor from the front, 112 in the side and rear, 36 traverse, and you will get 400 meters of view range. I would have to say this package was what made the tank entertaining, and this is where you could actually start fighting hull down. Let's go ahead and look at the final package, and the final package is a little bit more straightforward. You're only going to get a gun and a new engine. You get the 750 horsepower engine, and you will get a 20-pounder gun, which is basically an 84mm gun. It comes with 7.50 rounds a minute, 226 pen, 230 damage, 2.29 aim time, with 0.33 to 0.40 accuracy. This tank, it is incredible. I think it is very good, but the thing you have to remember is this thing is a specialist. The hull armor on this tank is really actually no better than a Comet at Tier 7, but the turret is what is really the huge upgrade. And the thing you have to remember is this is a big tank for a British medium. Really, this is big in general for a medium tank. To give you an idea how big this thing is, this is it side by side with a Panther 1. Not really a huge difference in terms of size, but it's noticeable. This is a big medium tank. So, and to make matters worse, its hull armor is practically paper thin. It's basically a tier 7 hull. Another thing you have to keep in mind, that engine upgrade you're getting, which is a, what is it, 600, was it 650 or 700? Oh, it's 750. Sorry, their short-term memory. 750 horsepower. That's mostly an acceleration buff, because the top speed of this tank is 40 kilometers an hour, and you're going to have to adjust accordingly when you play this tank. If you have played the Pershing, if you have played the Panther II, or even the T-44, those tanks have much higher top speeds. You could get to areas quickly. So like on a map like, say, El Halouf, I like to run down middle. I'm probably a little bit more cautious in this tank doing that than I would be in other tanks. Another thing to note, and I know I'm bringing up the shortcomings of this tank, but the main things that make this tank incredibly good is its turret. Its turret armor is incredible. This is the hull-down sniping medium. And the pen on this gun, to give you an idea how good it is, this is the pen of the final gun, the T5 105 millimeter gun on the M46 patent. That's 218 millimeters of penetration. That's pretty average for a tier 9 medium. This thing has 226. It is good. This thing can bottom tier and it won't complain. But you have to keep in mind, you want to be hull down. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch to some gameplay. I'll catch you guys back here in a moment. Alrighty guys, here we are on Westfield Standard Battle. This is our main map. As this map starts up, you're going to notice as the match starts up that there are 4 artillery on each side, so I'm in a bit of a weird situation. I actually play this tank more aggressively on this map and in this match than I normally would. Usually you want to sit back and go hull down. Now as the match loads up, I take note that there are 4 artillery on each side, and I start at the bottom of the map. So I am not a happy camper right now. Now, this is important for 2 reasons. One, I don't think I have to go into detail about there being 4 artillery. I get spotted, there's a good chance these 4 bastards on the other team are going to take shots at me because they're scumbags, and this thing is very prone to damage for artillery. It's not unusual for your ammunition rack to go out on this tank, so you may want to consider a wet ammunition rack and safe stowage for your crew. But another thing, as I start at the bottom of the hill, it's going to take me a while to get up to this hill. I notice as the game progresses here for the next few seconds, my teammates, half of them, are going to stick to the bottom. I'm already nervous because anybody who has played this map enough will note that the game is won and lost on the top side of the map. Usually, not saying you can't win on the bottom side, but most of the time, the town is where the fighting is at. Now, I can't be hull down because I'm not going to get across there quick enough. This thing only tops out 40 kilometers an hour. But I can crest the hill here going into the town, take a shot at the T-32, track him, back up. I'm wondering, where's Artie? Artie takes a shot. I'm like, come on. He misses. The other Artie doesn't, lights him on fire. Excellent, sir. Well played. So now I'm moving up. I'm still spotted. I take a shot here at the IS-3. Didn't work out. And you're going to see it going up against these IS-3s. Those tanks, I don't think they're the most well-armored heavy tanks, but their armored is so well angled that it can be troublesome for most people to deal with. And they really can give you a headache because they have a pike nose configuration on their upper plate, and it can be a problem. But you'll see here with this gun, this 20-pounder, it's a non-issue. Artie takes another shot at their IS-3. I go ahead and move up. I feel confident. Now, they just killed one of our tank destroyers. That was their artillery got blasted. You'll see off to my left, there's a T-28 prototype. I feel confident he's going to back me up. You know, I feel like he has a 120 millimeter gun that's going to see me through. Take a shot here on the move on the IS-3. Quickly reload. He's waiting on me to take a shot because of the debris. The soft cover is no issue for a 20-pounder. It will pen. It will go through that soft cover, and it will pen that IS-3 still. I plant another one in the IS-3 because of the DPM. It is better than a Pershing. The T-28 prototype plants a shot into his side. I quickly get around the cover because the IS-3's boyfriend has come to help him. I put one in them. T-28 prototype puts one in them. They both overcommit, and they both somehow only weaken the tracks. This tank's tracks are more durable than most people give it credit for. You would be surprised how capable they are. In case you didn't notice, both those IS-3s shot me twice, and they can only damage my tracks, and the second one eventually tracked me. I used the T-32 here as cover, plant one into the IS-3 after putting an on-the-move shot on him. He's about maybe one shot if I get a high damage roll. Quickly use the T-32 as cover. Artillery backs me up as they've been doing the whole entire match. Very, very good on their part. So, I talked about earlier in the walkthrough how the hull is paper thin pretty much for a tier 8. You want to be careful. Most of the time you want to sit back in this tank. I have had light tanks gang up on this thing at close range and DPM me to death. So you want to be sitting back sniping. This is a hull down sniping specialist. The turret is it is superior to the M26 Pershing. It is more than adequate. When you go hull down, it can go up against M103s. I have bounced shots from ISUs off of this turret. I have been able to bounce shots from M103s, E75s. This is the hull down sniping medium, and it is only surpassed by the 7-1. You'll notice this tank, like I said, I talked about in the walkthrough, isn't a very quick in turn. I mean, it's a speedy little tank. It can get up to 40 kilometers an hour. Its top speed rather fast, but its top speed is very questionable. So you want to be smart about it. Now, let's go ahead and talk about equipment. I run coated optics as usual. I do run a medium caliber gun rammer to get the DPM up, and I also run the wet ammunition rack. That's mostly, as I talked about earlier, it does have a weak ammunition rack. It's very I've had more ammunition rack damage done in this tank than I think even in German tanks. And you may also want to consider safe stowage for this tank for your crew. It goes a long way. You could consider a vertical stabilizer, obviously. But overall, this is an excellent tank. I am very pleased with it. It is a specialist, though. This is not an M26 Pershing. This is not an all-rounder. It's a hull-down sniping medium, so remember that. Quick little update, guys. I can't guarantee a 7-1 review next week, mostly because it's going to take me a while to get that tank upgraded. I'm very close to getting it, but it's just going to take a while. On top of that, there's this game coming out called Destiny, and I plan on getting it and playing it for a few days. So I can't guarantee a 7-1 review next week. I probably will do a skills and perks review, but rest assured, there will be a 7-1 review, I promise. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.